Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. Okay, so let's go back a few weeks in time. How many of you thought, I can't wait until that Christmas break because I'm going to get so many things done? Did you? I didn't. Running short on time is one of the main reasons New Year's resolutions fail. Today we'll help you win at those resolutions. It's a new year, and that means a new you. My first guest says he can help you keep those healthy eating promises by saving time in the kitchen. How does he know? He puts out over 16 million meals a year for the Memorial Hermann Hospital System. And on a personal note, he also lost a considerable amount of weight and has kept it off. Larry Yonda is the culinary director for Memorial Hermann. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look fantastic.
Well,
you
thank
have
you.
literally kept that weight off.
Well, disclaimer, I actually didn't cook 16 million meals. We have very talented chefs.
You help oversee the putting out of those 16 million meals there. I'm going to go back to kind of the whole idea that you had is that food is thy medicine, and a lot of times when people are in the hospital, they wouldn't eat the food because it just wasn't good. You changed that.
We have changed that because what the world has said is a diet. You know, that word diet is so bad.
Yeah.
Because a diet is something you're on for the rest of your life. It's not something it's temporary. So what we're trying to teach people in the hospital is healthy is not necessarily in a box.
Right.
What you think is healthy and I think are healthy are two different things. Like, for example, if I go to Jack in the Box and don't get fries, that's a healthy night for me. You know, but to other people, it's like I got to have a salad and I got to do all these different things to do that. Healthy, we can't cram people into a healthy box. We have to teach them what fits their body type. That's why we bring our dietitians in and say, this is what's going to work for you, but maybe not work for that other individual.
Yeah, and having taste and flavor and taste doesn't have to all rely on just things like salt or butter or fat,
and all those kind of things going on there.
My mom and my son were in the hospital over the last year, and I ate well as well, and they loved the food as well. All right, on a personal note, when did you decide to get healthy and lose the weight? And it was small changes that made a big difference, didn't it?
Yes. When I went and actually had a surgery, this is a true story, they took my blood pressure and when an alarm went off, and I said, is that a good alarm? And the nurse said, have you ever heard a good alarm? And it was because my blood pressure was so out of control. The doctor said, you got to lose weight, you got to slow down your drinking and all those kind of things involved that are making you unhealthy. So I was like, I have kids, I got 10 kids, I want to be around for them.
Yeah.
So I cut the drinking out, cut out a lot of the bad foods I was eating, cut out a lot of the sodium, the fat, and started exercising. And once weight started popping off like that, it motivates you to want to take more off. It motivates you to get healthier. Now my blood pressure is like 117 over 75, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now it's like a challenge. How low can I get it?
All right, you mentioned 10 kids. When you have 10 kids, you have to run things like a tight operation, right? So in the kitchen, for example, a lot of us look at cooking as a chore. And when we see it as a chore, we kind of drag our feet and don't want to do it. So you want to remove some of that stuff that makes it a chore.
We do, and there's some really great gadgets out there for 2019, like this one. Everybody hates to dice. Nobody wants to do it. And then
especially
you go to the
onions,
store and you buy all those pre-diced stuff, so you're throwing money away. So this is a super easy way to do it. This little Good Grips thing, which you can get at Bed Bath & Beyond, anybody can slice, right? So you just take the onion, slice it, pop it in here, push it through. It's diced. It's done.
Oh, there it is in the container right there.
I mean, right there. It doesn't go nowhere. Super simple.
So you could literally throw that in the refrigerator if you're prepping for something a little bit later, right?
You could do pico de gallo all right in there and just put it right in the refrigerator and you're done. The other one is chopping. Everybody hates to chop parsley. This will chop everything.
Well,
this
it's
is
so
the coolest
thin. It's hard
thing.
to get the knife all the way through sometimes.
I did all that in here, and I mean, you just sit there and you just turn it. I mean, how hard is that?
Oh, that's nice. That's a little exercise too. Look at that. You're working out your biceps.
We could switch arms and hold it above your head and do different kinds of exercises with it. And this other one is really cool, which we're doing the dish here, is this spaghetti spiral. You just take this little gadget in here and you just turn it in there and you just start getting these cool
and for all of these things, when you want to get the kids involved, it's safe, right?
It's
as opposed to handling a knife.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't probably have my child in here messing around with the blades afterwards, but yeah, it's pretty darn safe. And the great thing about it, there's no electricity.
Yeah.
I don't use a lot of electrical gadgets in the kitchen because I hate cleaning them. This thing just pops apart and you just rinse it and put it in the dishwasher and it's done.
And all good.
You can't put your buffalo chopper or whatever in the dishwasher.
Okay, we're looking at your dish here, and one of the key things you want people to understand, I'm looking at all of your ingredients and I recognize all of them.
Right.
And they're all whole, real foods.
And it's fresh and it's colorful. Color is the key. All the antioxidants you're getting with the color. Like we did some butternut squash here with the spiral thing. It's great. Anything that more color you get means more antioxidants, means better healthy, better for you.
Yeah, all right, what's this dish?
So what we're doing right here, we got some garlic. We're gonna put in some shrimp here. Get it going, sauteing there. And then we already have it kind of going with the magic of television over there.
The finished product here.
The finished product.
When it comes to shrimp, a lot of people are afraid to cook it because they overcook it, they feel like.
You can overcook it, that's true. And you can sub this with chicken, it would be perfectly fine.
Okay.
With little teardrop tomatoes are going in there.
And when do we know the shrimp is basically done?
There's a super easy way to do it. I don't want to reach my hands in there, that would be horrible. So let's do this. So you take your little thing, bake your shrimp and bend it, and you see how it's starting to break right there?
Uh-huh.
When it does that, they're cooked correctly.
Okay.
So if it breaks earlier, it's overcooked.
Okay. All right. I'm going to taste this one.
And if it doesn't break at all, it's undercooked.
Oh,
Got a little crushed red chilies we're putting in there. Gives it that spice flavor. Chiffonade basil, parsley going in there. And then here's the other part, the noodles. This is where we're taking out half the pasta and subbing it with these zucchini noodles. How
Again,
awesome
coming
is
down to
that?
those smaller changes, right? But at the same time, adding nutrient-dense food to the plate that you might not normally eat this way.
And the other little trick I did in the recipe, I don't know if you caught it, was I added whole wheat pasta and regular pasta to help get that fiber in there. Plus, it makes a really cool color.
Pass me that plate over there so I can eat properly.
We will plate that up for you, too.
Oh, yeah.
We got some
actually,
fish
there's one
stock
already
here,
plated.
reduced. Let's
Okay.
get that also eat properly here.
All right. Yeah, so you said the fish stock?
The fish stock is all reduced down, which you can get at H-E-B or any grocery store. I suggest reducing it down instead of just leaving it, right out of the container.
Yeah, and let me say, when you say fish stock, some people might think, oh, it's going to taste fishy.
No.
It doesn't taste fishy at
No,
all.
it doesn't taste. Got a little shaved Parmesan on there.
Look at that.
You go to town and I'll finish
Okay, I'm
this
going to go
one
to
up.
town as you finish doing that there. Here we go. So when kids ask you, what is that,
What is
Mommy?
that?
It's like regular spaghetti.
It's pasta. It's
spaghetti.
green pasta.
Around.
Little salt and pepper.
So good. Not for a date night, but this is really good.
No, yeah, you don't want to eat pasta on a date night, especially, or a business luncheon.
Oh, wow. That is so good, Larry. And again, going on the flavor, you got that pepper in there.
You got that crushed red pepper. It just sounds like you got a little bit in your throat right now.
I do, but I love spice. The great thing about this also, Larry, is that you can tweak it with whatever you want. You mentioned doing chicken, but you can do a sauce if you want a sauce, but the broth is
The healthier way to go. Broth, you can render so much flavor cooking a broth correctly more than any cream sauce will ever give you. And my wife always gets me, why do you do with pastas with broth? Because they're more healthy.
It tastes good,
raviolis
though.
even. If you do a really great broth, you can do a nice ravioli or tortellini in a broth.
And sometimes I think that the sauces kind of take over the meal or hijack the meal, and so you're tasting sauce, but I'm getting all this. The other thing here is texture. The tomatoes are really soft, and then you get like the squash that's crunchy.
Got the crunchy because you never cook it, correct?
Yeah, with the pasta. So it just really tastes really good. I love this. All right. Thank you for making mealtime a lot easier for us.
That's what we're here to do.
And that one bright spot, if you have to go to the hospital, is that the food is good at Memorial Hermann.
Right, the food is good, and we're always looking for some good, talented cooks down there.
Yeah, which is it's all the rage now is to be a chef, right?
To be a chef. Come on in down.
Yeah.
We'll get you going.
As we wrap up, tell me why you decided to become a chef.
My mother. My mother was always cooking in the kitchen, and I cooked my first meal for my parents on their anniversary when I was 7 years old. I cooked them steak and baked potato, and I saw how much they loved it, and I was just hooked after that.
And this is just another avenue, as opposed to just the commercial restaurants.
joy.
This is another avenue of being able to do that.
Exactly.
All right. If you would like the recipes for the meals you see here and to connect with Larry, visit greatdayhouston.com, and we'll connect you to him.